Ocean City. The game of the week, produced by Prime Events on 106.3 The Shore, brought to you by Atlantic Care with urgent care centers all over South Jersey. And don't forget, online video. This game can be seen live at OceanCitySports.com. Bill Shalcross at the video controls. Matt Ulmer, a video producer as well. And it's all brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance Service, the online video coverage of this game available at OceanCitySports.com. Well, that sun went down, and this whole complexion of this entire field has changed.
Well, it's possible that's why they do 7 o'clock instead of 6. Although the later we get into the season, that's not going to be an issue at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. So,
of course, a couple of years ago, everybody agreed to change to 6, and exception of Bridgeton. And I think Egg Harbor Township, but this past last year, Holy Spirit and Absegami and a couple of others switched back to 7 o'clock.
And it helps you remember, Tom, which is the east end of the field, the south end of the field, et cetera, et cetera. So, right now we have the captains out in the middle of the field meeting with the referee, the umpire for the coin toss. And I don't know what the discussion is. I thought they flipped the coin. They took a long time to make a decision on what they wanted to do there.
Absegami with the brown jerseys and the white pants, the brown helmets, white letters. Ocean City in the red pants, white jerseys, red numbers, and black helmets. So it looks like Ocean City deferred again, huh? Mm-hmm. And Absegami will take the football. They're back to the scoreboard because I'm not sure which is east, west, north, and south here.
Well, the sun's set right over there.
That's
so
true. That gives you a hint. That gives you a hint.
While you were chasing that paper, that's what I was explaining.
So they're on the north end of the field then. Right. Anyway, let's listen to the Absegami High School Band, the national anthem here in Galloway Township. Absegami High School Band, the national anthem here at Absegami. Both of these teams, neither one of these teams has a back with 100 yards rushing total over the first 2 games. That has not been the strength for either team. Ocean City has done extremely well in the air. Ian Ungst completed 52% of his passes over 2 games for 394 yards and 6 touchdowns. He's in pass efficiency among Cape Atlantic League quarterbacks. He's number 4, and the 3 of them ahead of him I don't think have thrown as many passes total as he has. So there's a slight advantage there. And Ocean City has 3 receivers among the league's leaders: Jake Schneider, Brandon Lashley, and Brian Beckman, though Beckman is not in uniform tonight. And Absegami has Will Harnett at quarterback, a 5'10", 185-pound junior. And he has thrown this year. In the early part of the season, he's completed 45% of his passes for 89 yards, no touchdowns or interceptions. So these are not 2 teams that have shown strong running games in the first 2 games of this season.
Yeah, Tom, and I think in Ocean City's case, they don't necessarily, I won't say they don't want to run the ball, but where in the old days, That's all they wanted to do. They have a nice mix of running the football and throwing it, and they got a guy who can throw it, and Ian Unks, and a couple guys who can catch it.
Oh, they've been throwing the ball very effectively. There's no doubt about that, but just averaging 2.6 yards per run. Here's the kickoff. It's bobbled. It's loose. It's picked up at the 22-yard line. Trying to go across field is Carnell Davis, the 6'3 sophomore, and that's not going to work. He's brought down back around the 20-yard line, and that's where Absegami will put it into play. It looks like the 21.
So that time, that short kick on the right side, closer to the sideline, between the sideline and the hash mark, and one of the up backs tried to catch it over his head, and he fumbled it a little bit, and Davis did a good job of making a recovery, but good coverage on the play.
So Absegami lines up in the shotgun, all alone in the backfield. Trips to the left, receiver split wide to the right. Harnett flips it out into the left flat, and that's Davis, who returned to kickoff, and he picks up about 3 or 4 yards and is driven out of bounds on what we will probably forever call the Pete Thompson play.
Billy Kroger, the first one in there to make contact. A host of Raiders in there as well. That's about the same spot where that did occur too, Tom. Right down at the end of that.
Close, yeah.
The home team bench.
So it's a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. Call it 2nd and 8. Split to the left is Davis, and the trips move to the right side. This time, Harnett has a back to his right. Takes the snap, whistle, stop the play, and there's a flag.
Yeah, somebody up on the line moved.
It's against Ocean City, a defensive encroachment, so a 5-yard penalty against Ocean City. As we mentioned often during the Bridgeton game, Ocean City has benefited from penalties this year. The Raiders have been penalized 80 yards in 2 games. Their opponents 177 yards.
Yeah, I think it was actually one of the, looked like it was somebody looking to get in there from a linebacker spot, possibly.
Now it's a double slot. Back to again to Harnett's right. Quick pass out in the flat is complete out to the 30. And then he's stood up and stopped by Kevin King, just short of the first down.
Yeah, Lucius Brown makes the catch, and it almost looked like if he had taken one step forward, which he could have, he'd have gotten the first down, but instead took a couple steps backwards in an attempt to get around the defenders or the would-be tacklers, and that cost him first down yardage there.
Will Harnett is 5'10", 185-pound junior. Takes over from Andrew Marcucci, who had a great career here as a quarterback at Absegami.
Big gain, big gamble early here, Tom, on 4th down.
Third.
Third down.
3rd and 1.
Penalty. Receiver
splits wide to the right, both sides. 2 wing backs, one comes in motion. That's Davis. They hand it off straight ahead, and he didn't get a lot, but I think he got enough for a first down.
Yeah, it's going to be real close, but I agree with you. I think he did get across that line of scrimmage, and they are signaling first down. Forgot the penalty there. I was thinking they were going for it on 4th down already, something like the Eagles would do. And you're deep in your own territory early in the game, going on it for 4th down.
1st and 10 out around the 31-yard line. This time he comes up under center, puts Davis in motion, keeps, pitches back to Davis. The pitch is a little behind him. Davis goes back and picks it up, but he's going to be hit way back around the 21-yard line. And Brandon Lashley in on the tackle.
I tell you, a big hit, Tom, that he took, that the quarterback took there, or that Harnett took, and I think it was, well, I'm not going to guess, but I'm seeing it here. It was Billy Kroger. That's who I thought it was. Big hit on the quarterback.
Loss of about 7 on the play. 2nd and 17. Davis is in motion. They hand the ball off inside on a draw type play, and nothing there. Brandon Lynn in there on the stop, along with Lashley and also Jake and Sarah, who's done nice work on both sides of the ball, a sophomore.
Yeah, I tell you, the Raiders have some good young players, Tom.
They do. 3rd down and about 16. Absegami, 1 for 1 on 3rd down conversions. They've got to come up with a big play here. Double slot, Harned back to his right. Awaits the snap. He's got it. He drops back. Being pressured from behind. The ball comes out. It's picked up by Ocean City, and the Raiders will have the football at about the 21-yard line of Absegami as it's recovered down there by Jake and Sarah, who was really in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, a nice recovery. As you said, he's in the right place at the right time. It was Brandon Lynn who made the hit and jarred the ball loose. And, you know, just a really, really good, strong rush. Came in from the backside, beat his man, and caused that fumble. So the Raiders are going to get a break early. And actually, it's a break they made, so it's really but they're going to get great field position here on their first possession.
All right, Angst. Jake Schneider gets into position on the right side. Lashley split to the left. Angst takes a snap. Play action. Back to the left side. Short pass is caught. And looks like it might be enough for a first down as he hit Bill Kroger out in the left flat, and he turned it into a first down play.
Yep, that's you know, again, they're going to come out and throw on first down. That wreaks havoc with the defense, especially you get the ball at the 24-yard line. Most defenses are thinking you're going to run the football early on here.
Looks like they're down around the 13-yard line. And this time they run it to the right side with Kevin King, who made a couple of big runs late in the game against Bridgeton. And he picks up a couple of yards. King with, well, actually, I shouldn't say a couple of big runs. He ran once for 25 yards.
Right.
2nd and 7, 3 yards on that play. Unks takes a snap, keeps it, going right, cuts behind a block, drives into about the 5-yard line, close to a first down. Looks like they are marking it at the 6, so he's going to be just short. Oh, wait a minute. I might be off a few yards here. It looks like it's 3rd and about 4. 3rd and about 4 is the spot. So Ocean City in Absegami territory, trying to cash in after recovering a fumble. Angst with the ball. Fires deep into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Lashley, and we'll see if they're going to try a field goal here with Henry Soto.
Interesting, Tom, and double coverage on Lashley there. I think that time Unks was looking for him the whole way, led him on a kind of like a post pattern coming across that end zone toward the center of the field.
Of course, that doesn't matter. We saw Lashley with triple coverage last week, and he went up in the end zone, made that great catch at the end of the first half. Ocean City goes after it here, 4th and about 4. Angst back to throw. Throws deep into the corner, and it is incomplete. Good defense by Absegami, and they dodge a bullet as Ocean City took over. Great field position, got inside the 10, but couldn't put it in the end zone, and the Braves will take over.
Well, from an Absegami standpoint, good coverage on both of those pass plays. They had double coverage with a safety and the defensive halfback, and then that time they went to the corner pylon on that far side of the field, also thrown into double coverage. So, you know, at some point he had to get rid of the football and thrown to a spot there, and was hoping his guy could outfight the defenders, but a good defensive play.
1st and 10, Absegami from the 7. Harned under center, hands off the right side, and out to the 10, and then driven back. About a 3-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, we've said that, you know, the Raiders have been tough to run against. Travis Sturley, one of the main guys to make the initial stop there.
Harned bings the play in from the sideline. As we said before, teams have different ways of signaling the play. Slot to the right. receiver to the left. Wingback is in motion. And a little bit of a gain by Harned as he gets it out across the 10 to about the 11, 12-yard line. Going to spot it at about the 12. So it's third and a little less than 5 to go.
I'm not so sure that wasn't a broken play there that Harned tried to make something out of, Tom. I mean, he looked like he wanted to hand the ball to somebody, and if it was a design play for him to run, he certainly didn't really have any room to run. So it was like a little option play, and he decided to keep it. Usually, they're going to run that option outside. He didn't have any room there. This is a big defensive stop if it occurs for the Raiders.
Tyreek Smith, the setback behind. Harned, he drops back, throw, and it's complete. Spins out of a tackle. Jawan Glover brings it out to the 30-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, that's a big play. You got 3rd and 5. You're in the shadow of your own end zone. You don't want to turn it over on have to punt out of your own end zone, and just a nice little look-in pattern and beat the defender and a well-thrown pass.
1st and 10, Absegami. Ball spotted at about the 29-yard line. Harned under center. Keeps it off the left side, picks up yardage across the 35, out to about the 37 or 38. Kevin King makes a stop.
Yeah, again, the Braves Glover got about almost 10 yards after the catch on the last play. So that time King came up and made sure they weren't going to get a whole lot out of that play. Got about 4:10 left here. Quick first quarter.
2nd and a couple. Here's a drive out to the 40 and close to the 41-yard line. Looks like enough for the first down. Ray Weed on the carry. 5'8" freshman, and they get the first down.
We talk a lot about momentum. We've in all sports, but I think particularly in high school sports, momentum means a lot. And that big 3rd down play out of the 5 or 8 yard line down there is giving them some momentum here, the Braves.
1st and 10, motion, contact, flag.
Yeah, 2 Raiders jumped. Going to cost them 5 yards.
So it'll be 1st and 5 on the Ulmer Appliances scoreboard. Timber Creek has scored. They lead Vineland 10-3. St. Augustine 14, Shawnee 3, St. Joe's 20, Atlantic City nothing, Millville 6, Kingsway nothing, Oakcrest 20, Egg Harbor Township nothing, Mainland 14, Bridgeton nothing. 1st and 5 as Absegami hits the center of the line and picks up about 4 out close to midfield. Again, Weed on the carry. And it'll be 2nd and 1.
Yeah, that first down 5-yard penalty is a killer because a lot easier to get 5 yards on 4 downs than on to get 10 yards on 4 downs. I mean, that's and I'm guessing it was some kind of an inflection in Harned's cadence because 2 or 3 jumped across.
Here we go. 2nd and 1, just short of midfield. They get the first down. Ball may have come loose. But if it did, Absegami has recovered it for a first down.
Boy, Harned did a nice job there concealing the ball. Tom getting it in, making that handoff. I thought he still had the football, and so did a couple of the Raiders who were making a tackle, which would have been short of the yard to gain.
First down number 4 for Absegami.
He did a good job just getting that ball handed off.
First and 10 just outside the 45-yard line. And Davis in motion. They hand the ball straight ahead, and he powers his way inside the 45, but only a gain of about a yard.
Looked like one of those rugby scrums. You know, as you said, he's powering his way. He's getting pushed from behind, and it's almost like a tug of war without the rope sometimes on those in the middle plays. A lot of big bodies pushing against each other.
Homer Appliances scoreboard. Holy Spirit has scored. They lead Hamilton 6-0. By the way, in that Oakcrest game, 2 touchdown passes for Trey Sayers, the son of Frank Sayers, who has a special place in Ocean City sports history. And Trey missed almost all of last season with an injury. He's back 100%. Straight ahead and driving. The first hit doesn't stop Absegami. Weed and everybody else that seems to get the ball drives for an extra couple of yards. And Weed takes it down inside the 41, close to the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And they're really controlling the clock here right now, Tom. I mean, they're really keeping the defense on the field. We got a minute to go here in the first quarter and the clock running as Harnett comes over to the sideline to get the play again.
Slot to the left, receiver wide to the right, wing back on the right side. Harnett's up under center, puts the wing back in motion, gives it to Weed, who gets the first down around the 35-yard line. Tried to break it to the sidelines, but Ocean City stopped him. But first down, number 5 for Absegami. He was playing ball control. We mentioned at the top that neither one of these teams has been running the ball effectively, but Absegami is doing it now. No real big plays, and that pass play, of course, was a key in this possession. But they're running the ball well.
They certainly are. And, you know, I said at the top and the last game as well that Ocean City's defense against the run I thought was pretty strong in the first game. Right now, this option play is giving them fits a little bit.
1st and 10. And the quarterback tried to hand the ball off. He and the running back were both holding onto the football, and Ocean City was set to tackle both of them. But finally, Harnett pulled out of there, and they stopped Weed at about the line of scrimmage as the first quarter comes to an end here at Galloway Township with Absegami and Ocean City in a scoreless game, 0-0. The game of the week produced by Prime Events on 106.3 The Shore, brought to you by Atlanticare with urgent care centers all over South Jersey.
When Harnett was trying to hand the ball off and
trying to
made
tackle
it a threesome there, yeah.
2nd and 10. Harnett back to throw. Passes out in the right flat. He floats it out there, and Davis pulls out of a tackle and gets inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line.
Interesting. I thought that ball may have been tipped up by the line of scrimmage.
It did float out there, and if he'd have gotten it out there faster, I think Davis could have done more with it.
He's got some speed on the outside, and of course, if they have success running the football like they have in between the tackles on this option play, then that's going to open things up. It's going to open things up on the to the wide receivers.
Homer Appliance scoreboard. Middle Township has scored. They lost to Catholic 7-0. Harnett under center, keeps it. He's spun to the ground for a loss. What I think was going to be a running play, but he spun back around the 31-yard line.
Back on the play.
The hard part for the quarterback in this kind of offense is what decision to make. So that time he kept the ball, and instead of handing it to the initial back through, and the coach was saying, look how far beyond the line of scrimmage that guy would have carried the ball if you'd have given it to him. And yet, the guys playing defense, they can see sometimes most of the time who has the ball. At least you would hope they can see most of the time who has the ball.
4th and 5 at the 30. Absegami going for it. Trips to the right. Receiver to the left. Flags and, no flag, just a whistle.
There's a flag on the far side of the field.
Okay, I see it now.
By the line judge.
It's against Absegami. We'll see if it changes their decision. Their first penalty of the game, 5 yards. It'll now be 4th and a little more than 10. But they're at the 35 of Ocean City.
I watched 3 or 4 different punters for Absegami prior to the start of this game during practice time, and Ray Weed was booming the ball.
Okay. We'll see. Well, they're not going to use Ray right here.
Now, he might not even be the main punter, but I'll tell you, he was kicking it pretty darn well.
He's to the right of Harnett. Trips to the right. Receiver to the left. Harnett takes a snap. Pressure up the middle, and he is going to be taken down by Austin Green.
Back on the play by number 83,
Austin Green, who holds the Ocean City record for sacks in a game with 4. He said it last year. Picks up his first of the season at a very nice time for Ocean City as they're going to take over the football on their own 48-yard line, 43-yard line, it looks like.
I tell you, Tom Harnett never had a chance. Austin Green just beat 2 blockers, including a guy that they had kept in the backfield to help block. Really great defensive play.
Ongst has a slot to the left, receiver to the right. The H-back is on the right side. He's got Lou Conte in the backfield with him to his left. 1st and 10, Ocean City from its own 43. Gives the ball to Conte going right. Conte's got a few yards. He's hit it hard and driven back after gaining 5 or 6.
Yeah, nice run. Raiders haven't been on offense probably for about, 8 minutes, it seems like, 8-9 minutes. So they're going to go right away here.
2nd, less than 5. Quick pass in the right flat, complete. Looking for some room, gets close to the first down. We'll see what the officials think when they spot the football.
I tell you, Tom, that was...
They got it.
Yep. Quick pass out there and good first down yardage gained after the catch.
So it's 1st and 10, Ocean City.
I think that was Tassie Rogers.
On the 47-yard line of Absegami. They hand the ball off inside, and no gain on the play. Good defense by the center of the Absegami defensive line. So it is going to be 2nd down and about 10 yards to go. One of the things that Kevin Smith said he wants to do is get the ball to Jaden Rogers more often. He thinks, in fact, he surprised us by saying he's the fastest guy on the team. So Jake Schneider wants to race him after the game. Here's a handoff right up the middle is Insera, and he gets down to the 40, spins inside the 40, and it's going to end up around the 38-yard line, close to a first down.
Yeah, that's another nice run, this time by Insera. As you said, spun at the last, probably got the last 3 yards out of it after that spin.
Real close to the first down, less than a yard. They're going to go, of course, here on 3rd and less than a yard. And it's Insera up the middle. He's got the first down inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line.
The Raiders are wasting no time in a huddle of any sort. As I said, they were like, it seemed 7-8 minutes before the offense could get on the field. Now they're not wasting any time getting up to the line of scrimmage, taking the play, and moving the ball down the field.
Insera to the left of Ongst. Slot to the left. H-back is on the right wing. Low snap. And it's recovered by Absegami.
It didn't even seem like the ball got snapped at all.
Absegami takes over on its own 33-yard line.
Did you see, Tom, did you see Ongst ever even come near the football that time?
I thought it hit off him and went forward, but...
Yep, that is what happened, I think. You're right.
It was a low snap. It kind of hit him in the knee or the shin. Yep. Bounced back to the line of scrimmage, and Absegami got it.
Football takes a crazy bounce.
7:50 remaining in the first half. We're still scoreless here. Absegami starts on its own 33-yard line. Both teams have moved the ball, but nobody's been able to get it into the end zone. Harnett under center, hands the ball off for a gain of about 2. Update on the Ulmer's Appliance scoreboard. Millville has scored again and leads Kingsway 12-0.
I think the Raiders will make a little adjustment, Tom, on defense, because Absegami was gaining some yardage on that first handoff into the middle of the line. Last few times now, the Raiders have stuffed it pretty well.
St. Joe's is now leading Atlantic City 35-0. Jada Byers has scored 3 times. Back to throw. Harnett under pressure. He avoids the first rush. Now tries to scramble up the middle and does get back pretty close to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long for Absegami.
Yeah, Austin Green had him in his sights that time, and then Harnett was able to pick up another block there in the backfield and was able to make something out of that just to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage.
But based on what we've seen early, Absegami's going to have a hard time throwing the ball long because he just doesn't have any time.
Right.
We'll see if they make adjustments to that or if they just go to the quick short pass.
Yeah, actually, I think Drain made that tackle.
Harnett up under center, single back behind him, back double slot, and there's a little screen pass up the middle. He runs out of the first tackle and spins out close. Nice effort by Carnell Davis. He's going to be a couple of yards short, though, of the first down.
Yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't think they would go for it here. They're still, inside their own 45-yard line, but heck,
The conversation is with Will Harnett. It's 4th and maybe less than 2 yards, maybe a little over a yard to go. And they are going to go after it here on their own 43-yard line.
I guess they figure, we're 0-2. Let's make something happen.
Double slot formation, back to the right of Harnett. Ocean City lineman moved but didn't come across. It might be a quick kick here. Harnett just dropped back. Yep, it's a quick kick, and he just gets it away. It may even have been touched. It's out of bounds at about the Ocean City 36-yard line, but the official will make his little march, and we'll find out officially. Nope, short of that, 33-yard line.
Yep, maybe they were just going to try to draw him off sides, and then they did try to draw him off sides, and one of the Raiders up on the line of scrimmage took about a half step, but did not encroach. Absegami's coaching staff was asking for it, but the official was waving it off, saying nope, didn't come across. And then, as you said, drop back in the quick kick.
Ocean City set to go. Ungst at quarterback with a back and Sarah to his left. Now they check the sidelines to see if there's a change.
Well, the Braves walked 2 guys up to the line of scrimmage from the linebacker spots, one inside, one outside, and now they've backed off. And the Raiders are changing the play, and they better hurry up.
Taking a long look. Gets the snap. Ungst settles in. Now he scrambles a bit down the sideline. And nice defensive play by Jawan Glover as Lashley had a step, but Glover got a hand and batted the ball away.
Got a penalty against somebody down there near the line of scrimmage. I thought maybe he might have been past the line of scrimmage when he threw it, but it's going to be a hold. The interesting thing there, Tom, was I don't think the defender actually even turned around. He just put his hands up. He turned around at the last second, had his hand up in the right spot, and was able to swat the ball away. I mean, that's either an outstanding play or pretty darn lucky by Jawan Glover.
10-yard penalty makes it 1st and 20. Ocean City back inside the 25-yard line. Ungst puts Conte in motion, flips it back to him, a lateral. Conte trying to spin out of a tackle. He was pretty deep when he caught that pass, and he's going to lose a yard or two.
Yep, and the Braves have come up big defensively here. Of course, that 10-yard penalty hurts. That's another loss on the play there, 5-6 yards maybe. So we're looking at, second and 23, 24, something.
Yep, something in that vicinity. Ungst has a back to his left, slot to both sides. Takes the snap, settles in, fires over the middle. Wide open is Kroger, but he's only going to gain about 5 or 6 yards. Absegami thinks they recovered a fumble. But it may be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I think that's what they were signaling. The official on the far side of the field was signaling incomplete. Now, that time they dropped the linebackers off when Ungst was in that shotgun formation. They dropped the 2 inside linebackers off quite a bit, and the pass was thrown underneath them. But
3rd and long.
Their officials are just saying no.
Ungst back to throw, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. And Ocean City will have to punt the football. In a scoreless game with 4.5 minutes left in the first half. On the Ulmer Appliance scoreboard, Holy Spirit has scored again. They lead Hamilton 14-0.
Yeah, again, you know, the two teams have played defensively, have played well. I mean, this is the first punt of the football game. We got 4.5 minutes left here in the first half. That time, really good pressure from Isaac Ingram.
Low kick. Good roll for Ocean City. It's picked up at the 50 and returning it for about 4 yards to the, or maybe the 5 to the 45. We'll see where they spot it. But decent field position here. That was a very low kick, but it got a great Ocean City roll. And then a return, a risky one, but a successful one. And they'll start on the 46.
Yeah, you don't usually want your return back to field the punt and try to run with it where there's 2 or 3 of defenders around you. That time, nice defensive play or nice special teams play by David Dragon.
After a huddle at the sideline, Absegami comes onto the field. They've done very well defensively. Ocean City has not moved the ball that well, though both teams have gone up and down the field a little bit. The 5 first downs for Absegami and 3 for Ocean City, but no score here. Harnett takes the snap, hands the ball to Davis, trying to get to the outside. He stops, and he's stopped in his tracks. He lost all of his momentum and was brought down right at the 50-yard line by 2 or 3 Ocean City defenders led by Brandon Lynn.
Austin Green in on the tackle as well, Tom, and that was truly a team effort there. I mean, that was a lot of guys in the right spot. I think Kroger was there as well. Just real good pursuit by the defense.
So it's second and about 14 for Absegami. They send Glover wide to the left. In the slot is Davis. It's a slot to the right side as well. Harnett takes the snap and drops back. This time he has a little bit of time. Out to Glover, who couldn't handle it. It's almost intercepted as Glover tried to keep it in the air so he might pull it in, and Lou Conti dove for it and didn't get it. But it's third now and 14.
Yeah, that was reminiscent of last week on the first play or second play from scrimmage where the Bridgeton receiver tipped it to himself and caught it. That time it looked like the receiver was going to tip it and Connie was going to be able to catch it. Or at least he made a great effort to try to catch it.
That's probably the best play we've seen in the first 2 weeks. Either that or the diving touchdown by Lashley in the end zone. Anyway, it's third and 14 here for Absegami. Harnett back to throw. Pressure from behind. He gets it away way too high and out of bounds. And it'll be a fourth down situation. I don't think they're going to fake anything here. It's 4th and 14 at midfield.
Yeah, good coverage by the Raiders that time.
And there's your guy, Ray Weed, who you were watching punt. He's dropping back inside the 40.
Okay, I'll bet he punts it. I won't be surprised if he punts it over their heads.
There you go.
At least they have to go back to receive the punt.
Somebody get the word quick to Lashley and Schneider.
Now they're backing up 4 more yards. We'll see.
Good snap. Not a lot of rush. Short kick. Nicely placed, though, toward the sidelines and out of bounds inside the 20. We'll see where they spot it exactly. It's going to be around the 12-yard line, so it wasn't over anybody's head, but it was well placed, and Ocean City will be fairly deep in its own territory.
I'm going to have to talk to him after the game made a liar out of me. You know, I watched him boom those punts, and then he ended up trying to kick it to the sideline, kind of kicked a low one, as you said, Tom, away from the coverage.
Yeah, believe me, Dennis Scuderi will take that one anytime.
I'm sure he will.
Now, where are they spotting the football? It looks like it's at about the 12-yard line. We have 3:08 remaining in the first half. Scoreless game. Handoff to Insera, and he's fighting for yardage. May have just gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. We'll see when they unpile and spot the football. No, he didn't gain anything. It's 2nd and 10.
I know, you know, Tom, both teams have played some good defense this year. I am surprised, though, that we are scoreless here with just under 3 minutes left in the first half and only been playing for 34 minutes.
Ungst with the ball rolling right, passes to the right sideline, and it's too high and incomplete. So it's 3rd and 9.
Had 2 receivers over there, one 5, 6, 7 yards deeper, and went for the shallower of the receivers, just not able to connect.
3rd and just less than 10 yards to go. Ocean City realigning receivers. They're going to have a wide slot to the right. H back on the left side. Ungst back to throw, settles in, throws down the middle, and it is caught at the 45-yard line. Double coverage, and Lashley makes the catch for a 1st down.
He got up a little slowly. He took a pretty good shot and was able to hold on to the ball. Really nicely thrown pass and a big play for the Raiders to get out of the fact that they would have had to punt from their own end zone with 2.5 minutes left. Big completion. Nice throw, nice catch. Actually, double coverage.
Had to wait and make sure he maintained control when he went down. Here's Ungst. He pump fakes, throws down the middle, and it's broken up. Broken up nicely for Absegami by Trevor Brenner.
Actually, Ungst was lucky to get that one away, Tom. He took a hit just as he released the football.
2nd and 10 for Ocean City. The ball's at the 46-yard line. Scoreless in the final 2.5 minutes of the first half. Wide slot to the left, actually trips to the left. Ungst, quick pass to the right, and he's hit as he throws and bounces that ball, trying to get it out to Lashley on the right sideline. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd down for Ocean City. A nice defensive play for Absegami by Isaac Ingram.
Well, at this point, I think the Braves are, they're expecting pass. I mean, they got a single deep safety who's 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, 2 deep cornerbacks who are going to give ground early.
Ungst back to his left, takes the snap, a little shovel pass, and running for the 1st down is Kroger. He's inside the 30 at about the 29-yard line.
What a great call. What a great call. They got a lot of pressure. They got the defensive back sitting back. They run guys deep down the field, and Absegami brings a linebacker on a blitz, and Ungst just throws that little shovel pass inside. Perfect.
1st and 10 on the 29-yard line. Ungst takes a snap, drops back, swings a pass out to Conti, and Conti's brought down 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd down for Ocean City. The clock down to 1:40 here in the first half. Both teams have full complements of timeouts, but I think one of them's just been used. Ocean City has called timeout with a minute and 41 seconds left in the first half. It's a scoreless game. They are on the 43-yard line of Absegami, and it's 2nd and about 14 yards to go. The game of the week produced by Prime Events on 106.3 The Shore, brought to you by Atlantic Care with urgent care centers all over South Jersey. The rides aren't open at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th of the Boardwalk at Kingsway, nothing. St. Joe 35, Atlantic City, nothing. They got a running clock over there at the Jack Eisenstein Complex in Atlantic City. 2nd and 14 for Ocean City, inside the 45 of Absegami. Trying to be the first team to get on the board here tonight. Ungst is back, throws it over the middle, and it's intercepted. And running it down to the 40-yard line. Intercepted by Sean Stewart, the 5'10", 231-pound sophomore. And he brings it inside the 40, right on the 40. They're going to put it right on the 40. So Absegami in Ocean City territory with 1:33 left in the first half, trying to get on the board.
2 things there, Tom. One, Raiders have tried that flat pass a few different times, and what makes that work is that your receiver goes one-on-one and is able to make sure that you're able to avoid the defender, and that has not happened. Absegami's played that well. Of course, that time you know, a nice interception. But the second thing that happened there that was good was that your quarterback makes the tackle. Otherwise, Absegami scores 6 points.
And that's a big guy running at him.
Yeah.
Now, Absegami's going to have to spend a timeout here with 1:33 remaining in the first half. They still have 2 left. So Absegami in a scoring, well, close to a scoring opportunity. They're just outside the Ocean City 40-yard line. Ocean City got inside the 10 in its first possession of the game, but was unable to score.
That's the difference between high school and the pros. You wouldn't see too many pro quarterbacks try to make that tackle with that linebacker after that interception.
Harnett back to throw. Steps into the pocket, fires downfield, and it is caught just outside the 15-yard line. Great pass and a really nice catch by Jordan Marcucci. That's the brother of Andrew Marcucci. He's a sophomore. Andrew, of course, was the quarterback here for the past 3 years, so Jordan paid attention watching his brother on the passing plays. 1st and 10 for Absegami. Harnett throws over the middle, and triple coverage. It's incomplete.
Deflected, I think, there by Ted Grimley. You know, I'm thinking, Tom, aside from watching, how many passes do you think his brother threw to him in the backyard?
I'm sure.
You know, it's not unusual to have a quarterback and a brother who's a wide receiver. They probably played catch all the time.
Actually, he's I think he's listed, you know, he is listed as a wide receiver and a cornerback. Weed is the guy who's listed as a quarterback, but I think that's down the road. They're using him as their main running back now. 2nd and 10, Absegami in scoring position. Harnett with the ball, throws it long and incomplete into the end zone. Cross field. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, he had Marcucci in his sights, but so did 3 white and red jerseys. And I tell you, that's a nice spiral, nice tight spiral that Harnett throws. Threw it from the left hash mark all the way across to the right sideline in the end zone, overthrown. 1:09 left here in a scoreless first half.
Absegami with 2 timeouts remaining. Ocean City with 2 as well. Trips to the right, receiver to the left. Harnett takes the snap. He looks to run. He falls to the ground and loses about 4 or 5 yards. His knee touched when he went down. Quickly got up and continued, but it looked like his knee just touched. The officials saw it the same way. So a loss of about 4. 4th and 14.
You know, of all the ways to get a play, and I like this way the least, where you bring your quarterback to the sideline. I know that, you know, he's the guy you want to make sure that you get it right and all that other stuff, but, you know, he's got to run to the sideline every play, run back to the huddle, and, you know, I mean, at some point you got to be out of breath a little bit. What we're doing here.
Yeah, but he's 17 years old.
Yeah, I know.
There's a delay here. Now the official signals timeout Absegami. So they use one of those timeouts. They only have 1 remaining now with 20 seconds, 19.3 seconds left in the first half, and they're facing 4th and 14. I don't know if they're going to talk about do they have enough foot for a field goal or what else they might try. Let's look at the Ocean City calls timeout.
Timeout, Ocean.
So each of them has 1 timeout remaining. Of course, they can't take them with them, so there's only 19.3 seconds left. Okay, Absegami finally going to get this play off, I think. 4th and 14, just outside the Ocean City 20, maybe just inside the Ocean City 20. No score in the game, 20 seconds left first half. Harnett with the ball, passes over the middle, and it is intercepted. Ocean City picks it off, and the Raiders will have pretty good field position.
Yeah, it was Brandon Lashley who made the interception over there, Tom. It took a long time to see what was going on. I think the Raiders will take a knee here from the 1-yard line, or maybe the 3-yard line, 4-yard line, whatever it is.
Yeah, there's only
13 seconds.
Right, 13 seconds remaining in the first half. So it's been a you call it a defensive battle. There's been some couple of turnovers in the game, and the defenses have stepped up, but the offenses haven't been that potent, and that is more of a surprise for Ocean City than for Absegami. Raiders line up tight with Ungst under center, and they take a knee. Absegami has a timeout but won't use it, and that's going to end the first half scoreless. Ocean City and Absegami here in Galloway. Pinia, a 5'8" freshman, is the kicker. As Absegami gets ready to start the second half. Here it comes. It's a low ground ball. It rolls all the way to Schneider. Schneider's out across the 35, out the 40. He's down maybe just inside the Ocean City 20. No score in the game, 20 seconds left first half. Harned with the ball, passes over the middle, and it is intercepted. Ocean City picks it off, and the Raiders will have pretty good field position. On the left sidelines across the 50, and hopping up and down as he's tackled at about the 42, 43. Well, it looks like he might have stepped out of bounds at about the 46-yard line.
I'll tell you, Tom, I think they may look for a way to get him the football here. I don't think they threw a pass his way in the first half. They may look to throw that little flat pass to him. They tried it with a couple other guys, hasn't worked out as much. One of them was intercepted. I won't be surprised if they try to get him the ball in some space. Reminds me of Deshaun Jackson.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Receiver left, trips to the right. Now they look to the sideline. Ungst comes up to the line to tell the lineman who can't look to the sideline or they'll get a penalty to tell them what change was made. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action over the middle. And it's through a tackle and ball comes loose. Kroger got a first down. The ball was knocked out of his hands. And no signal. Both teams think they have it. Officials haven't signaled yet. And it looks like Ocean City kept it.
Wow.
But they lost the first down because he got to about the 35-yard line. The ball was punched out or came out, and it's now at about the 33-yard line.
Well, if you had to choose whether to lose the first down or lose the football, they chose rightly.
So it's a second and about a yard. Ungst takes a snap, gives to Insera off the left side. He's got some room. He's got the first down and much more. Down close to the 25, maybe inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, based on the first few plays, set up, of course, by Schneider's run back of the kickoff. It seems like the Raiders got a good motivational speech here at halftime.
Or some adjustments. Ball's down around the 20-yard line. And, bad snap, and Ungst falls on it. Back outside the 30 at around the 33-yard line as he made sure that his team would retain possession, or maybe he knew Isaac Ingram was coming. And if Isaac had picked that ball up, there was nobody to stop him.
I'm telling you, that was the correct decision to fall on that ball because Isaac Ingram, as you said, he was right there ready to pounce.
Second. Long yardage, shovel pass again. Again, there's some yardage for Kroger. He gets down around the 20-yard line. But it'll be third down and about 8 yards to go for Ocean City.
Carnell Davis makes that initial hit there. But that play's been successful twice now. Once on long yardage for a first down. Ready to go.
3rd and 8. Ungst was set, now looks to the sidelines.
It's a cat and mouse game with the linebacker who's looking to blitz and get in there, and then he backs off and the play changes.
Now Ungst back in position, awaits the snap. Good snap. He fires. It's batted away. Good penetration. Knocking that one away was Trevor Brenner.
The Raiders have a play call, Tom, and then they get to the line of scrimmage, and the the offensive coaches look at the defensive alignment, try to figure out what they're going to do there based on the alignment, and then they're changing the play or not changing the play. So on the Absegami side, they're walking a linebacker up into
line of scrimmage or two guys up into the line of scrimmage and trying to get the Raiders to think they're going to blitz or they're not. It's a lot of cat and mouse.
4th and 8. Slot to the left. Wing back on the right side. Ungst back to throw. Looks. Fires for the end zone, and it is incomplete. Schneider almost ran under it, but there was a defender there to make sure that wasn't completed. So Absegami's given Ocean City some opportunities and then taking them away, and it's still scoreless here in the third quarter.
I think it was Jawan Glover who batted that ball away in that corner of the end zone over there. Really a nice play. Actually might have been.
Ball's back on the 20. Absegami starts on its own 20 with 9:54 left in the third quarter.
So it started out as a promising drive, kind of fizzled there at the end. Good defense by the Braves.
And a bad snap.
Yep.
Up the middle goes Absegami, and there's nothing there. Ocean City stops the play at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Oh, since the first quarter, they definitely have played better run defense against that ball given to the first back through. So the adjustment made there has worked. We'll see if Harna decides to hold the ball a little more or keep the ball himself.
Jada Byers scored 4 times against Atlantic City. He almost has 100 points after 4 games.
Both these teams could use him tonight.
2nd and 11. Trips to the left, receiver to the right. Harned pump fakes under some pressure now, and he's going to go down. Back inside around the 15-yard line. Brandon Lynn was there, but a couple of teammates with him.
I think somebody ran a wrong route, Tom, because he did that pump fake and none of the receivers went deeper.
Oh.
And usually when you're taking that little pump fake short, you're trying to freeze the defender and hope your guy can run by him, and nobody ran by him. One receiver went in to block, and the other receiver just kind of stood there in the flat.
Yeah.
So that was a huge mistake. Not that it would have been a completed pass, but
3rd and about 16. Absegami with the football. Scoreless tie in the third quarter. Harnett back to throw. Now steps up into the pocket, looks for room. He scrambles up the middle, picks up some yardage, and now they close in on him as he passes the original line of scrimmage out across the 20 to the 21 and creates a punting situation.
Yeah, now, and we've had some wind pickup here since about 2 minutes, 3 minutes left here in the first half. So it's a decent wind it's going to be a little bit in Ray Weed's face.
Now here, Ray doesn't need to punt it out of bounds. He's going to try and kick it over their heads.
I don't know if he can into this wind.
Good snap. Floats it downfield, and Schneider had to go back to get it at his own 45, crossed the 50, and he stopped at about the Absegami 46-yard line.
Yeah, he, some guys are fast and some guys are quick. I think Schneider's quick and fast. But, that was a pretty good punt, Tom. And actually, he did have to back up 3-4 yards to receive it.
Right. Vineland scored. They trail Timber Creek 17-10 with less than 6 minutes to play.
And we got 7:21 left here in quarter number 3 of a scoreless contest.
Ungst awaits the snap. 1st and 10 at the 46 of Absegami. Ocean City's had a couple of threats, but unable to put it in the end zone. Absegami's had one, unable to put it in the end zone. They hand the ball off to Insera, and he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Loses about a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
And that time, Mikhail Taylor just, was blitzing. Came in at the right time, got to the line of scrimmage at the last minute, and made the stop.
2nd and 10, call it. Unks looks to the sidelines. Conte in the backfield with him. He's got a receiver to each side. Takes the snap. Keeps. No, gives to Conte. And Conte picks up maybe a yard to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, I think if you had asked most of the people who follow high school football if they thought this game would be scoreless deep into the third quarter, you would have gotten a lot of no's.
Millville moving closer to its first win. They now lead 20-7 over Kingsway. Millville with maybe the toughest 3-game opening to a season any Cape Atlantic football team's ever had. Trips to the right. Low snap, but Unks fields it, steps up in the pocket, throws along down the middle, and it's incomplete, isn't it?
No, I think he caught it.
Yes, he did catch it.
Caught it.
Lashley with a diving catch at the 5-yard line.
Wow.
Official waved his arms, but he meant to stop the clock for the chains. Not an incomplete pass, but it's not quite at the 5. It's about the 6 or 7-yard line. It's the thing you miss most with a grass field. The lines aren't as clear. Unks hands the ball off up the middle for a very little. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going back to that pass play, Tom. I'm trying to calculate how far that completion was. 47, Mr. Weinberg tells us. Right on the money, post pattern, and a great catch.
2nd and goal. Unks gives the ball to Insera, trying to pick his way through the line, and he stopped. If he gained anything, it was very little. So it'll be 3rd and goal. Ball at about the 6.
Now, the way the defenses have played, you got to wonder if the Raiders would try a field goal down here, Tom. I don't know.
Bruce Kern made the stop there. Bruce Kern gained 3 inches and 56 pounds since last year. Coaches were happy to see him come to school. Unks with a fake, rolling left. He floats it into the end zone, the back corner of the end zone, and it's incomplete. It'll be 4th and goal for Ocean City.
And they are. It looks like they are going to try it.
Well, it's not much longer than an extra point. And Ocean City kicker Henry Soto is 5 for 5 on extra points. Lashley will hold. This will be the first field goal attempt by Ocean City this year. Soto, good snap, ball's down, the kick is up, it's high enough. It's good. And Ocean City, with 4:40 left in the third quarter, takes a 3-0 lead over Absegami.
Well, we were just talking about, field goals, and we hadn't seen a field goal attempt all year. And you said it was not much more than an extra point. What was it? The ball was on the 14-yard line when he kicked it?
Yeah.
So a 24-yard field goal?
Right.
So somebody
has
finally
more than 25 years of experience recording sports events and creating edited videos. Call Bill at 609-513-8950 to talk about putting together a video presentation that will get colleges interested. Crossover Productions, producing quality video since 1991. Okay, here we go. Kickoff by Soto. Carries inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, and down the left sideline there's a flag on the play. Driven out of bounds, but a strong run by, that's Bruce Kern. We just told you, added 56 pounds during the offseason since last year, and he used every one of them to run over a couple of tackles, but there is a flag on the play. The ball is out at about the 45-yard line. The flag around the 41, and it's against Absegami.
Holding on the return by Absegami.
So the most of the return will be wiped out, and they'll end up back around their own 31-yard line. 3-0 Ocean City here with just over 4 minutes to play. Absegami will actually start on its own 32-yard line. Just over 4 minutes to play in the third quarter here in Galloway Township. What a pretty nice night. Braves huddle up with Dennis Scuderi, and they know what they want to do. Will Harned. He's got Ray Weed in the backfield with him. Takes a snap, drops back, gets rid of it. It's caught, and immediately making the tackle is Travis Sterling.
Pass to number 16.
Kern out of the backfield makes the catch on the right flat, a quick pass. And we said they'd probably be doing more of that because Ocean City was putting tremendous pressure on Harden in the first half. So a gain of 1 on the play. It's 2nd and 9. Trips to the left. The receiver splits to the right. Harned takes a snap, drops back. Runs from pressure now. He scrambles for some yardage. He's out across the 35 to about the 38-yard line. In there on the stop for Ocean City was Will Drain and a couple of his teammates. But a gain on the play of some good yardage. He takes it out to the 40, where we'll call it 3rd and 3. Harned brings the play in from the sidelines. 3:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter, third quarter, excuse me. The scoreless first half, and Ocean City Henry Soto kicks a field goal to put the Raiders on top. Here's an option. Harned keeps it. And looks like he might have enough for the first down. He had Carnell Davis trailing, but he read the defense and read it correctly. Gets the first down. Absegami 7th at their own 44-yard line. Harned brings the play in from the sidelines, and Absegami ready to resume after extending this possession. Started this on their own 32-yard line. Slot to the right, receiver left. Harned comes up under center. Puts it back in motion. Gives the ball straight up the middle to Weed. And he goes out to midfield to the 50-yard line. A gain of about 6 on the play. It's 2nd and 4.
That's the play where I said that, they've done a lot better job of defending that particular play since the first quarter. And I think that's probably the most yardage they've gained out of it since that time. So 6-yard carry.
2nd and 4 at the 50. Harned puts it back in motion. This time he keeps it, pitches to the back in motion, and he's spun to the ground by Bill Kroger. That was Jordan Marcucci on the carry, and he loses a yard. So it'll be 3rd and 4.
Well, that time, Tom, each of the defenders had a man. I mean, it was a rollout option by the quarterback, and you have 3 options, and you have 3 defenders, and each one had a man, and Kroger had the ball carrier at the end and made a great play. They all did. They stayed right with the man they were supposed to.
Slot right, wing back in motion, and Harned's pass is incomplete, thrown behind the receiver, low and behind him. So it's 4th and 4 at the 49-yard line for Absegami, and they're showing punt.
Intended for Glover and Kevin King right there on him, that little look-in pattern. And as you said, the ball thrown low and behind him. Nobody was going to have a chance to catch that one. And Raiders defense holds again.
Weed to punt. Lashley stands at about his own 20. Good snap. Not a lot of rush. Low kick. And it rolls inside the 20. And it's going to roll dead at about the 18-yard line. So Ocean City has it on its own 18-yard line. with a minute exactly remaining in the third quarter. The Raiders lead 3-0. The Storage Inn is a family-owned business started more than 3 decades ago. They're at 9th Street and West Avenue in Ocean City. 40 different sizes of storage to meet all your needs, both personal and commercial. They're open 7 days a week, 24-hour, 7-day security. 609-391-1416 for the Storage Inn, also located in Egg Harbor Township, or online at storageinn.net.
1 minute exactly, Tom, here left in the third quarter. Raiders going to get the football.
Ocean City on its own 18. Got the wrong football
I
in
was
there.
going to say they got to get the right football.
Always thought that was strange. So how many sports do teams have their own football?
Well, that's a good question.
Angst takes the snap. Quick pass. Caught. Schneider pulls out of a tackle. Gets about 9, it looks like. But may have gotten enough for the first down. Let's see where they spot it. He pulled out of that last tackle and fell forward.
The question.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the question is how many sports could you have different?
Yeah, well, that's true. It's unique in that sense. Now, one official signaled first down. One guy on the chain started to move. The other guy didn't. We almost had somebody pop a chain over there. But we still don't know for sure if it's a first down. It is a first down.
The referee is frantically waving the chain gang to move.
1st and 10 out just short of the 30. Angst takes the snap. Hands it off. Running room for Insera. He gets away from one tackler, running for the sidelines, and chased down for a gain of about 5 or 6 yards. Tackled by Carnell Davis, a sophomore, who helps him up.
Probably gained, 5 yards, 6, 7 yards, and ran 25 or 26 yards to get it toward the sideline. Good play.
Second and just under 3 yards to go for Ocean City, out across the 35-yard line. Raiders lead it 3-0. 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Ocean City trying to go up the middle. And Insera is wrestled to the ground by Bruce Kern.
Almost looked like Absegami knew that where the ball was coming. They seemed to overload that side or at least favored that side before the ball was snapped.
There's a loss on the play. I think there's going to be a timeout. Oh, no, the quarter's going to end. Okay, the time's run out. So the third quarter comes to an end here in Galloway Township with Ocean City leading Absegami 3-0. The game of the week produced by Prime Events on 106.3 The Shore. Brought to you by Atlantic Care with urgent care centers all over South Jersey. Do you need a sign? Well, you need Captain Charlie.
Well, 1 quarter to play time. Absegami will have the wind at their back. It's a little bit of a crosswind, but mostly at their back.
3rd and 1 for Ocean City here, just inside their own 40. And they pitch the ball off the right side, running room across the 50 and down to the 41-yard line. It may have come loose at the end.
I think he's on the ground.
Well, let's see what the officials say. It's all been unpiled. Now there's a flag. Flag on the play. The ball spotted at the 40-yard line. There's no indication that it was a fumble recovered by Absegami, though the 2 or 3 Absegami players thought they had recovered a fumble. But there's a flag. And it is a personal foul against Absegami. I'm sorry, unsportsmanlike conduct against Absegami. Probably related to somebody who was too enthusiastic about trying to convince him it was their ball.
I was thinking the same thing, only you said it much more eloquently than I was going to say it.
Ball moves all the way down now to the 25-yard line. And Ocean City with the ball. Well, 26-yard line, I guess it is. 1st and 10. Leading 3-0. And whistles and flags. No, I don't see any flags. Though there is a Absegami player in the Ocean City backfield. The officials weren't ready. That's what it was. They were over on the sidelines explaining exactly what the penalty was to Dennis Scuderi, the referee and one of the other officials. So that's why the whistle blew.
I think we should throw a penalty on the officials
They weren't
for
ready.
letting the play go before the rest of them were ready.
Delay a game.
Illegal procedure.
Now, and Sarah comes out, and Kevin King comes in at the running back position. Slot to the left, Schneider in the slot. Ungst waits the snap. He gives it to King. King goes right, drives down the right sideline, and he's close to the 15, close to a first down.
Boy, he runs hard, Tom.
He does.
That last run, too, carrying guys in the backfield, in the defensive backfield, just plowing ahead, plowing ahead.
Now the ball is about a yard, less than a yard short of the first down. So it's second, less than a yard to go for Ocean City. Unks looks to the sidelines. And Sarah's back in at a running back. Slot to the left, receiver to the right. Kroger, the wing back on the right side. And Ocean City's going to use a timeout. So something wasn't right. 10:52 left, and they've had enough problems here in close that I guess they want to make absolutely sure that everything's right. So timeout called by Ocean City. They lead it here by a score of 3-0. They've only scored a 14-yard or 24-yard field goal. Now Ungst hands it off inside. And I don't know if he got the first down. It didn't look like there was a lot of forward progress.
Yeah, not that time. And, of course, they're in 4-down territory here, Tom. They didn't need a whole lot to get the first down. If they didn't get it, they're going to be darn close. They're switching in Sarah and King last couple plays. That was in Sarah carried that one. King now comes in.
Third and less than a yard, so he didn't get the first down. Ungst has a slot to the left. Takes the snap, gives it to King, and he barrels his way down to the 12 or 13-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, those are the ones where you're third and a foot. You think they're going to bring the quarterback up under center and go for that little quarterback sneak. You risk the snap being on the ground. We've had a couple of those tonight, but worked out well.
First and 10, and Sarah going right, cuts it back, gets a block, drives down to about the 5-yard line.
They got the running game working a little bit now.
Ulmer Appliance scoreboard. Egg Harbor Township scored a couple. They now trail Oakcrest 20-14.
Absegami takes a timeout here.
They're first here in the second half with 9 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in Ocean City on top 3-0. If you need work on your car, you can trust Don and Glenn to treat it as if it were their own at Wiesenthal's Auto Service in Ocean City. Their staff will repair your vehicle and prevent potential problems. Call them at 609-399-9741 to schedule an appointment. We have three finals. Mainland 21, Bridgeton 8. St. Joe 56, Atlantic City nothing. St. Augustine 27, Shawnee 3. Second and 1 for Ocean City at about the 3-yard line. They hand the ball off straight up the middle. He penetrates far enough for a first down, I'm sure, but not enough to score. The ball stopped at about the play stopped at about the 2. So it's first and goal, Ocean City.
Yeah, Tom, and they're just nothing fancy. I know that's one of my favorite cliches from last several years, but at this point it's just hand the ball to Insara or Kevin King, whichever one's back there with Ungst, and they're running up the gut. Absegami's been tough, but the Raiders have gained the necessary yardage to get first down.
Ungst keeps, drives to the goal line. Yep, he's in. Had to wait. No, a lot of players signaled touchdown, but no officials. And that's his third rushing touchdown of the season.
That was a play that, you know, I thought they might try on the third down play before when they were third and less than a yard, and yet, you know, he got in, but he didn't get in by much. So credit Absegami's defense as well, but ultimately Ocean City's offensive line won that battle.
Soto to kick. The kick is up. It's high enough. No good. It was wide. So it stays 9-0. Ocean City with 9:01 team in remaining. The number 1 team in South Jersey and the number 2 team in South Jersey were their first 3 opponents. And Kingsway's a pretty good team, but they're winning it. Millville and Ocean City are in the same group this year. Ocean City moved up to Group 4. Millville moved down to Group 4. All right, Soto to kick off. Absegami unable to score so far, but playing good defense and moving the ball. It's a short kick. It's taken at about the 34-yard line. Not much on the return because it was a pop-up. It was not too deep, and it was reasonably high. So it looks like Absegami will put it into play on about its own 39-yard line.
First down and 10, Absegami at the 39-yard line.
9-0 Ocean City. Absegami with the ball just short of its own 40. They've got trips, to the right, receiver to the left. Alone in the backfield is Harned. Deep drop, looks to the right side. Pass is completed out there to Davis. He's looking to get some extra yardage. He gets a few extra yards. Kroger whistles him to the ground, but it's a first down for Absegami.
And he got, Tom, that, as you said, a first down and that's one of their best plays so far in this half. And they're trying to take that momentum back from the Raiders, who have increased that lead.
To the 48 of Ocean City. Trips to the left, slot to the right. Harned alone in the backfield. Drops back, gets pressure. Passes left side, incomplete. Trying to get it out there to Jordan Marcucci, but it was off center, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
That pass just overthrown there on the far side of the field. But, again, Absegami's going to have to continue to try to put the ball in the air because they're going to need 2 scores here, Tom.
That's right, and time's running out. I mean, they're inside 9 minutes now. Scoreless at the half. Ocean City has come up with 9 points, and Millville, by the way, has won that game 26-7, their first win of the year. Back to throw, Harned. Fires over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Defended on the play by number 42, Billy Kroger.
So it'll be 3rd and 10. Timber Creek has beaten Vineland 24-10. Vineland drops to 1-3. Vineland's very young. Lost an awful lot last year. 2 of them were at Rutgers. 3rd and 10. Absegami trips to the left. Back to throw. Harned throws to the sideline, and it is incomplete. I think one Ocean City defender defended against another. Lashley was going up to intercept the ball, and I think it was Kevin King there as well, and each stopped the other from intercepting the pass. But it's 4th and 10. Absegami will certainly go for it here with 8 minutes left, down by 2 scores on the Ocean City 49-yard line. 4th and 10. Harned brings the play in from the sidelines. He's been alone in the backfield this entire possession, and he is again. Slot to the right, trips to the left. Waits the snap, takes it, bobbles it, pops up in the air, he holds it. Avoids a rush. There's a flag on the play. He's brought down by Brandon Lynn. back around the 48-yard line of Absegami. But remember, there's a flag here. Apparently, it's against Absegami. And, of course, they won't take that penalty because Ocean City has the football on downs. They're discussing it with Kroger, one of the captains, and he says, no, we don't want that penalty. So Ocean City's going to take over on downs. They are at the 47-yard line of Absegami with 8:07 left in the fourth quarter, leading here 9-0.
That just might have been it too, Tom. That was a drive that Absegami needed to keep alive. As we said, they need 2 scores. So you can bet that the Raiders are going to keep the football on the ground here. Of course, the Braves know that as well.
Slot to the left, receiver to the right. Ungst gives it to King. King going right, cut behind a block, down the right side, and down into the 40-yard line.
He's had some really nice runs here, has Kevin King, in the second half of this football game, Tom. And you know, if you can get 7-8 yards a carry, a lot of clock's going to eat off. You're going to get a lot of real estate.
Gain of about 7. Call it 2nd and 3. Ungst looks to the sidelines. People, this is tough on are the offensive linemen. They got to stay in that 3-point stance all that time. King goes straight ahead, short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and about a yard or 2.
Yeah, this is a situation where they're going to let as much clock run as possible. They're going to get, as I said, get as much clock run as possible. They're going to look at the sideline, wait till the official in the backfield starts moving his hand.
3rd and 2. They go straight ahead, does Ocean City, and it's going to be close. It looks like they might have the first down.
Well, certainly close enough to go for it on 4th if they didn't get it. And Sarah. So they get another set of downs. And the clock is wound at 6:45.
1st and 10, Ocean City. 36, 37-yard line. They look to the sidelines.
Now the Braves have 9, 10 guys up by the line of scrimmage.
Here's Ungst, throws high for Lashley. He couldn't get up high enough. He made a nice hook and was open, but the pass was too high.
He's had a couple passes sail on him in this game, and there's an example of we talked about before of them looking over and having the play call changed. Absegami had a couple of defenders one-on-one. Everybody else up at the line of scrimmage expecting the Raiders were going to just run the ball and eat clock. They didn't, and it cost them running the clock.
Off the right side, King. And he picks up about 4 yards, it looks like. The clock runs down to 6 minutes.
Yeah, again, the question is, are they in 4-down territory, or will they try to kick it into a coffin corner type situation if they don't get the first down?
3rd and about 6. Ungst looks to the sidelines. Passes along information to the offensive line. Raiders lead it here 9-0. Good snap. He runs away. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's pulled down by the shirt. A sack by Isaac Ingram.
Boy, he's had a really good game defensively. He's been all over that offensive backfield as a defender. So that makes up their mind whether it's 4-down territory or not. You know, bring up a 4th and, 15. So the Raiders will punt. It's only the 2nd punt of the game by my recollection, Tom.
Yeah, you're right, I think. Lashley will punt. He's about at Ocean City's 47-yard line. Carnell Davis stands inside his own 20. High snap, he goes and gets it. Good rush. Ball may have been tipped. It doesn't go very far. It's out of bounds just across the inside the 45-yard line. Lashley gets up limping a little bit, though running. He's running but favoring one foot or one leg. And now he's hopping up and down trying to loosen it up, I guess.
Yeah, because they'd like to have him back there in that defensive backfield.
There's a flag on the play. Well, they're going to call a roughing the kicker penalty.
Oh, boy.
Against Absegami. It looked like I thought the guy rushing had hit the ball, which is if you then hit the kicker, you're okay. But
well, we thought he hit the ball because the kick went off the side of his foot out of bounds. And now, actually, though, that's not going to be a first down. It's only a 5-yard penalty or whatever the penalty is. It's.
Now, how can it be Absegami's ball?
I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
No. If you take the penalty, you can't.
Right.
You're not the team that was fouled against doesn't lose it down.
Well, the way they. Okay, I see what they did. It looked like on the far side of the field when they moved the sticks, they were moving them in the wrong direction. But it's still it's a 4th down and 11.
Right.
There we go.
One of the officials, though, did point, and Kevin Smith's still talking to him. One of the officials did point that it was Absegami ball. 4th and 11, Ocean City, and Lashley is out there again. It looks like he's looking at his coaches over there and saying, calm down.
Yeah, you don't see Kevin Smith get upset with an official very often, so whatever happened, I think he wanted more than a 5-yard penalty.
There was a couple things last week that I think he thinks it's an automatic first down, and I don't think it is. But the officials are going to confer, so he's at least gone that far. Last week, a couple of bad calls against Ocean City. They were comfortably in front of Bridgeton, so it didn't really matter that much. But, he's maybe a little sensitive because of that. Middle Township has scored again, and they lead 25-6 over Gloucester Catholic. That's a division game for them. So now the officials have conferred, and now Lashley goes to the sideline, and he's talking over there with one of the coaches. So we have some confusion here. 4:25, and the clock goes back into motion, and Ocean City will punt the football. Lashley is at the Absegami 49-yard line. He's still looking to the sidelines. I think they may go and let the clock run down.
As much as possible, and then call timeout. I don't.
I mean, Lashley's like turning around 180 degrees, 360 degrees.
They're a few seconds away.
Now he moves up.
Too late.
Points and timeout. Ocean City, I guess. So there you go. 3 minutes and 56 seconds left. Ocean City uses its second timeout. And they've got the 4th and the... No, I take that back. They didn't use the timeout. They've stepped off a 5-yard penalty against Ocean City.
4th down and 16, 41-yard line.
So they still have 2 timeouts remaining, but 3:56 on the clock, and it's 4th and 16.
So I'm going to guess he kicks it to the sideline, Tom, because the one thing that could really hurt you here when Absegami needs 2 scores is a punt return.
Correct. Lashley at his own 46. Good snap. Pretty good rush. He gets the kick away. It's end over end. Davis goes back. He gets it at about the 8-yard line. He's across the 10, the 15, straight arm, and he might get a penalty for it. He may have grabbed the face mask of Lou Conti. The flag came in for something, and we'll see what it is.
It is. I think he is given a face mask signal. The one official is giving that to the referee. It would have to be on the ball carrier.
Ball's at the 21-yard line.
Correct me if I'm wrong. In the NFL, you can do that as an offensive player, correct?
You can't grab.
No, but you can.
Oh, it's against Ocean City.
Ocean City, 15 yards.
Wow, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either.
Well, the ball stepped off from the 21-yard line. A 15-yard penalty. This is a different game than the first two. Ocean City has 40 yards in penalties. Absegami 10. But Absegami starts here from its own 36. And they've got 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. And they've got to score twice. Trailing 9-0. Double slots. Harnett again all alone in the backfield. Awaits the snap. He got it. Quick pass to the sideline. It's incomplete. Looked like Jawan Glover might have pulled it in. He fell out of sight. Player standing on the sidelines, but the official says incomplete.
So the Raiders now have a 3-man defensive front, and the linebackers have dropped off, as you would suspect. And then the other 6 players are much deeper, almost double coverage on each receiver.
2nd and 10. Trips to the left, receiver to the right. Harnett alone in the backfield. Pump fakes, looks long down the right side, floats it out there about 5 yards too long. Ocean City with double coverage. Harnett ended up on his back, so it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, that was based off the last play. The last play was a little out pass to Glover, and they didn't connect. That time, the same pattern. Glover ran the same pattern, and Harnett faked the pass to him. Glover turned it upfield and tried to beat the defender down the sideline. But, again, the Raiders are in double coverage. Connie stayed with him and got help from the safety on that side.
Final in Mays Landing, Oakcrest defeated Egg Harbor Township 26-14. So Oakcrest and Mainland remain unbeaten in the division. Ocean City trying to do the same. Quick pass to the flat to Steve Wilkins, and Wilkins is close to a first down, but just short. He's out to about the 45-yard line. Clock running.
It'd be interesting to see here if Absegami doesn't have a lot of time in this football game, but you need 2 yards here. And with the Raiders with a 3-man front, I wouldn't be surprised to see him run the football here, except that Harnett has nobody in the backfield with him.
Trips to the left, slot to the right. Takes a snap, quick pass, first down. And diving for a few more yards is Jordan Marcucci out to the 50-yard line. So first down Absegami, unofficially their 9th. And the clock continues to run with 2:53 remaining. High snap, but handled by Harnett. Now he runs straight up the middle and gets some yardage. He's got a first down inside the 40 and down to about the 36-yard line.
Well, and that's going to happen. You got, 6 guys deep in pass coverage. You're going to give up something when somebody's going to run if he gets past those first 3 guys.
High snap again. Harnett, quick pass. It's caught by Wilkins. And Wilkins is inside the 30 at about the 28, stopped by Lou Conti.
Clock really becoming a factor here in the Raiders' favor.
2:20 remaining. Harnett, quick pass, incomplete.
Well, that'll stop the clock for Absegami, but again, that time intended for Glover.
Good coverage by Ocean City.
At some point, you think they're gonna go a little deeper here on one of these passes because again they need to score, get the ball back, and score again. They don't have 3 timeouts. I know they used at least 1.
Yeah, I think unofficially we have them with 2 remaining. Ocean City with 2 remaining as well. Harnett all alone in the backfield. Snaps a little off, but he gets it and decides to run again. He only had 3 yards to go, and he didn't get it. Stopped at about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that time the Raiders said not happening. See who that was down there.
Camden beating Delsey 33-7 with 7 minutes left in that game. between two pretty good teams.
That was Brandon Lynn on that stop, Tom.
Okay, back to throw, Harned, and he's in trouble. He goes down under pressure. Austin Green in there and a teammate. So Ocean City takes over with 1:43 remaining and a 9-point lead.
Well, now the key word is just hold on to the football. The defense has been very, very good tonight for the Raiders. Absegami's defense has been good too, except for that one long drive and the one long pass play that set up the field goal. So you can bet there'll be plenty of King and Sarah. And you can bet also that Absegami's defense will be lined up near that line of scrimmage and they'll be ripping at the football.
They've got a slot to the left, wing back on the right side, and keeping it and running for a first down across the 45 is Ungst.
Well, that gets them another 30 or 40 seconds. And, you know, they're just about at the point, Tom, where they can take a knee.
Unofficially, Ocean City's 13th first down. Ungst scored the only touchdown in the game. Again, slot to the left, but they're going to look to the sidelines because the clock is in their favor. Minute 15.
Yep.
Ungst takes the snap, hands it off. And Sarah looking for some room, and there's nothing there. He loses about 3 yards.
Yeah, and at this point, that really doesn't matter except for his final stat sheet. Doesn't even look like Absegami's going to call timeout here. They're letting the clock run.
So Ocean City's going to move to 3-0 and take on St. Augustine at Carey Stadium next Friday. Prep will come in 2-2. They won the night over Shawnee. 2nd and 12, excuse me. Ungst ready to go. Takes a snap, hands it off to King, going right, down the right sideline, breaks into the open. He's at the 20 and he stopped at about the 19-yard line.
Well, he's had a really great second half running the football. And I don't recall he got a lot of carries before tonight, Tom.
1 carry, 25 yards. That was against Bridgeton.
I'm going to guess he's going to get more carries going forward.
Very important defensively, and that's one of the reasons he wasn't carrying the ball too much, but now he's become very important offensively, so we'll see. Where's that ball going to be spotted? About the 17-yard line. Oh, it's over. Time's running out. They don't even have to snap it again, but we do need to determine where that play ended. I think it was a 17-yard line, but they never really actually set up a play. So Ocean City wins it here by a score of 9-0 over Absegami. The Raiders remain undefeated, 3-0 for the first time since 2000. And they will go into next week as probably the underdog against St. Augustine Prep, trying to go 4-0, but that's a non-division game, so the Raiders are still on top of the Independence Division. You'll like the way they do business at the Thomas H. Heist Insurance Agency. They're coastal insurance specialists with over 35 years experience. Flood, boat, auto, life, health, they offer it all at the Heist Agency. Well, Ocean City wins this game 9-0. A 24-yard field goal by Henry Soto and a 3-yard run by Ian Ungst. The extra point was no good after a scoreless first half. We'll take a look at the scoreboard, see how these other games turned out. But right now we're going to take time out for some messages. The Game of the Week is produced by Prime Events on 106.3 The Shore, brought to you by Atlantic Care with urgent care centers all over South Jersey. We'll be right back.